experience. What is spiritual experience? Yeah, what is that? Now, if I try to define spiritual experience, that means that I'm creating a generalization. And interesting is the spiritual experience is almost an antithesis to the process of generalization. A scientific process of generalization is a certain conceptualization and defining things by relating them to other things. However, spiritual experience is very subjective and very unique. So the question is, how can you generalize? How can you define something like that? So what we can do, we can try to find some common characteristic of spiritual experience. Yeah. What is the quality? What are the characteristic of spiritual experiences which we can recognize in most of the spiritual experiences and can say, yeah, this qualifies to some degree to what we call spiritual experience. So the first and the innermost characteristic of the spiritual experience is its introvert yet all-embracing nature. Introvert yet all-embracing. So in spiritual experience, it seems like we have a paradox. At the same time, we're becoming isolated, we detach ourselves from the manifest world, but on some deeper level, we're getting in touch with the whole world. So, introvert yet all-embracing. A second typical characteristic is the sense of completeness. A spiritual experience brings this sense, and usually have a synthetic element, synthetic being one with the body. So it's synthetic for the personality, right? Not just as the first characteristic that you are one with everything, but you yourself feel like a full circle. No, everything is complete and everything is balanced. And the first characteristic, which I can think of, is that this experience nourishes a person with life energy. And this is a very important characteristic. But on many levels it nourishes the personality, both on emotional, mental level and physical level. And when I say nourishing personality, it can go to such extent that can bring a miraculous healing of the physical body. Yeah. This energy, the life force, can stream through this experience and we feel nourished. Now, one interesting question, does everybody have spiritual experiences? The answer to this is yes. Yeah? Everybody has spiritual experiences. Yeah, absolutely everyone has spiritual experiences. And there cannot be otherwise. And this is because the spiritual experiences are necessary for every person's healthy life. So without the spiritual sustenance, the personality would wither, become rigidified, and deeply dissatisfied. So we all actually require spiritual experience. The spiritual experience, it brings us into a contact with the soul energies, and thus revitalize our being, give us sense of freedom, optimism, and deep purpose. It is as necessary for our psychological existence as water is for our physical body. So it is not an accident that Christ was the bringer of the water of life. Yeah. Water of life, we need the water for our body, but for our spirit, for our personality, we need water of life. And that water of life is provided through spiritual experiences.